Civilizations rarely fall when they are weak. They fall when they are strong, at the height of their power, when their reach is greatest, when their people believe the future is guaranteed. Rome did not collapse when it was small. The Maya did not collapse at the beginning of their rise. They collapsed at their peak. Because strength creates fragility, prosperity creates pressure, and growth plants the seeds of collapse. This is the story of why civilizations break at their height, and what it means for the world we live in today. When a civilization grows powerful, something subtle happens. People stop imagining collapse. Institutions stop preparing for shock. Leaders assume everything will continue as it always has. Prosperity becomes normal. Stability becomes expected. Growth becomes the only acceptable direction. But history shows that this is precisely when risk is highest. Because the systems that make a civilization powerful also make it deeply dependent, and dependence is the enemy of resilience. Civilizations do not collapse because they are weak. They collapse because they become too complex to sustain themselves. Societies grow by adding layers of complexity, more administration, more specialization, more infrastructure. At first, complexity solves problems, but over time, each additional layer provides less benefit and costs more to sustain. Eventually, a civilization reaches a tipping point, when maintaining itself consumes more energy than it produces, and when a shock arrives, the system cannot absorb it. It doesn't bend, it breaks. The pattern is nearly identical across history. Stage 1. Expansion. Surplus grows, confidence rises. Stage 2. Integration. Institutions grow, systems connect. Stage 3. Complexity. Governments expand, economies specialize. Stage 4. Peak fragility, disguised as stability. Everything looks normal. Everything feels prosperous. But beneath the surface, pressure builds. One drought, one conflict, one supply disruption, and the entire system becomes exposed. People imagine collapse as slow, a long decline, but real collapse is abrupt. The Roman Empire fractured quickly once resource pressure aligned. The Bronze Age vanished in decades due to cascading failures. The Maya collapsed when complexity exceeded resilience. Civilizations fall fast because interconnected systems spread failure instantly. Today's world is the richest and most advanced in history, and also the most interconnected and the most fragile. A single chip shortage halts global manufacturing. A single canal blockage disrupts world trade. A single virus shuts down economies. A single cyber attack can paralyze nations. We have reached the same stage past civilizations reached. Peak complexity, peak interdependence, peak fragility. We are not collapsing today, but the warning signs are visible. Economic pressure, infrastructure strain, environmental stress, political division, global interdependence without global coordination. These are the same pressures that destabilized past civilizations, now operating at a global scale. Collapse is not destruction. Collapse is transformation. It is the moment old systems can no longer support the world they created, and something new has to replace them. The real question is not whether civilization will collapse. The real question is, what new civilization will replace the one we have today?